New video today. We're doing NBA player props here on PrizePicks for Wednesday, November 9th. There were no games Tuesday for election day, so we are back at it here. I believe 13 games on the slate. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There is also a Discord link in the description below this video, where the main server is currently completely free, as well as Patreon link in the description, where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. College football, college basketball, NBA, and NFL player props on PrizePicks. I do post on Patreon every single day, so go ahead and check out that link in the description. Today we're doing two total player props here that I do like. Wednesday, November 9th. Again, not a gambling expert, not financial advice, simply just plays I'm personally looking at making, hopefully giving you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player props here. But like I said, 13 games on the slate today. There are, at the current time of me making this video, there's obviously not a ton of, all the plays obviously aren't on the board yet, but we do have a decent amount of plays here for me to find two plays that I think have some good value. The first one is going to be CJ McCollum, and I like his over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. I do believe this has a chance of bumping up, so depending on when you're watching this video, this could be at 10, maybe even 10.5, but I like CJ McCollum here over 9.5 rebounds plus assists against the Chicago Bulls for a few reasons. One, this game is expected to be pretty close. This game is being played in Chicago. With a 1.5 point spread here, 229.5 over under, so it should be a pretty high scoring game between two teams that are pretty evenly matched in my opinion. 5-5, 6-6 Bulls, 5-5 Pelicans, and they match up pretty nicely as far as lineups go. I mean, Vucevic versus Valanciunas, Pat Williams versus Zion obviously is one to look at. Then they got like CJ, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram. So a ton of players, ton of offense in that lineup, which I do think if this game can remain close, this CJ McCollum over 9.5 rebounds plus assists should be pretty attainable for him. He's actually hit this over in 8 times of 10 games this season. His two misses were when he had 8 rebounds plus assists, so nothing crazy. I mean, even coming pretty close here with 8. But has hit the over on this 8 times in 10 games, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 16, and 17 rebounds plus assists here against the Lakers about a week ago. But, I mean, he is really playing well. I mean, rebounding the ball at an extremely high rate. If we take this by date, I mean, he's rebounding the ball at an extremely high rate, getting assists as well. I think he's averaging like 10 or 12 potential assists, per game. So if he can get half that, that's already at 6. And then the rebounding props, I mean, he hasn't had his lowest rebounding game this season is 0, but he had 11 assists in that game. But he does have rebounding games of 5, 5, 6, 8, 6, 9, and 10. And we've seen some guards already do this, right? Guards, rebounds plus assists for Chicago this season. James Harden had 17. Fred VanVleet had 16. Scottie Barnes and Kyrie had 14 and 13. Scottie Barnes had 11 when they played him again. Even Dennis Smith Jr. had 11 here, 5 rebounds and 6 assists. So, I mean, literally we could get 5 and 5 from CJ McCollum here, and he will hit the over on this. If we take a look at opponent averages, I mean, I would consider CJ more of a point guard kind of in this offense. Assists to the point guard position, Chicago Bulls here in the upper half, 10th, I believe, in the NBA as far as point guard assists given up to the point guard position. Rebounds, they're up here as well, probably around 12th, right? So overall, I mean, fantasy points to the point guard position, about middle of the pack here, but we're just looking for rebounds plus assists to the shooting guard position, which again sometimes CJ kind of plays more of the 2. They are giving up the 3rd most assists to the shooting guard position, as you can see here, 6.6 assists to the shooting guard position. So a ton of value here in my opinion for CJ McCollum at 9.5 rebounds plus assists here. Again, he's hit this 8 of 10 times this season already, and what I do expect to be a pretty close game with a high over/under. Ton of opportunity for CJ here. I like the over on this one. CJ McCollum over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Number 9th is going to be Fred VanVleet, and I like his over 32.5 points, rebounds plus assists here. Now, current time of this video, there's not a points plus assist prop for him out currently, so I'm going to go with 32.5 PRA here. I think it's a strong play. Facing the Houston Rockets, Fred VanVleet, there is going to be no Pascal Siakam in this game. I believe he's out. He's out for like 1 to 2 weeks. Let's take a quick look at the daily lineups here for these games. We're looking for, so no Pascal Siakam. Champagny's out. Khem Birch is out, but no Pascal means a ton of usage here for Fred VanVleet. And historically, I mean, the Toronto Raptors play their starters a ton of minutes. This game is being played in Toronto. And let's get into it. So, first off, point guard position. The Houston Rockets give the most assists to the point guard position, 11.7 assists per game, which is a whole 2 assists more than the next highest team, which is the Spurs at 9.7. So giving up the most assists in the NBA to the point guard position are the Houston Rockets. Points, they're a little bit down here as far as points goes, 23.5, but I'm not really worried about Fred VanVleet scoring points in this game. So taking a look at Fred VanVleet, without Pascal Siakam, his game log, look at these last 2 games here. He's hit the over 33.5 PRA or 32.5 PRA in these last 2 games. He had 46 PRA, 35 and 11 against Chicago just 3 days ago. And then the back-to-back game, the following game, he had 34 PRA. He had 27, 3 and 4. So literally all we need is like 25. We can get 25, 5 and 2, or 25, 5 and 3 from Fred VanVleet tonight. It's an easy over. But again, back-to-back games here now without Pascal Siakam. He's hit the over on this. We take a look at his career games without Pascal Siakam. I mean, he's had some major games. Look at how many times he's hit over 32.5 PRA here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. I don't know in how many games this is, but Fred VanVleet usage without Pascal Siakam goes up tremendously, right? And if we take a look even with this season, in his game log this season, his most recent 2 games, look how many shots he's taken without Pascal Siakam. 22 and 19 shots. I think he's good for at least 20 shots in this game. The Houston Rockets play at the 7th highest pace in the NBA at 103.9 pace. So the pace in this game should be a nice uptick in amount of shots taken, just overall possessions here for Fred VanVleet. The over-under of this game is at 224.5, which I believe is got to be one of the higher ones on the day. Obviously, the Raptors are going to be favorites at home, but 224.5. Nuggets Pacers at 235, Jazz Hawks at 228. Definitely one of the higher ones, 224.5 for the Rockets and the Raptors here. Fred VanVleet has an absolute high, extremely high usage here without Pascal Siakam. The Rockets giving up the number 1 most assists to the point guard positions by a whole 2 assists, 11. I mean, if Fred VanVleet can get us 8, 9, even 10 assists in this game, I see no issue with this hitting the over, in my opinion. Again, with plays like this, and I've alluded to this in previous videos now, that like, a play like this, if Fred VanVleet doesn't score, if he only scores 11, 12 points, I mean, we did the best we could, I guess you could say, as far as research goes, and picking these player props, because we can't control a player going 4 for 20 from the field or whatever happens as far as a poor shooting night from a player here. But Fred VanVleet, 32.5 PRA, has smashed the over on this his last 2 games here without Pascal Siakam. In a smash spot here, great matchup against the Houston Rockets, high-paced team, giving up the most assists to the point guard position. Love the over here on this one, 32.5 PRA for Fred VanVleet. So CJ McCollum, over 9.5 rebounds plus assists here, and then Fred VanVleet over 32.5 PRA. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these props here. Patreon plays are live at the time of this video. Hit the subscribe button, you guys. Drop a like on this video, and as always, let's cash.